Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid.
Breaks into the open. Oh, he got loose. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Vols are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Duarte. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then being able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he's going to bring this one out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun. Give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quick completion to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
It's complete on the right side. Past the 30. There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Flips it out in the flat. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And he'll haul it over and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And to throw it before he wanted. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. That's caught. It's Canty. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in with easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Canty. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's just kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Canty. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score.
Turning it on! Attack! Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Under fire. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Vols have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now. His last 2 games out, completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll throw on third and short. Going deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Sooners will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Looking to the big tight end, and he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Quarterback moving. Fires on the move. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
The give to the back. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They've got the screen set up. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. 1st down marker just short of the goal line. He makes a grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your...
Touchdown Sooner! Quick strike through the air for the score.
The quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Fires to the big fella.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Might be looking to run. It's complete to the right. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Vols will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Breaks into the open. Bulldozes his way through. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast.
He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Once he got some room, it was over. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns, Palooza. What a nice day.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Third down play from the gun. Fires to the big fella. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Now he's looking into the middle. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Man, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. To the ground with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. There he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Returns it down to the 47-yard line, and his defense thrives on taking the football away. Wants to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And the Volunteers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but...
Touchdown, Tennessee! Quick strike through the air for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Going to swing it on second down. He's got the back in the middle. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hope. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown ball. The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that.
Turning it on! He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Rolls and fires complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Right back to the well.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
On 4th down, going to the air. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Touchdown, Sooners! And with that, they move out front here on the 4th.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Louisville may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from L&N Stadium every time. The Cards have been racking up road wins since the Lee Corso days, and they'll get another one today.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Duarte. Turns it on in midfield. It's a seam wide open. He's at the... And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Volunteers. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and keep up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. So here is the Tennessee offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st down from the 30. looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Canty. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love screen passes on offense, but you got to do them in different ways. To the running backs, you can do them to receivers, do them to tight ends. Didn't gain any yards on that one, but don't be afraid to dial that play up again later.
He will not get to the first down marker, and now that leaves him with fourth down and a big decision. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Converted, he'll throw it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on fourth down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelmed the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
Throws for the tight end. He's open on the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
The sure hands, it's Canty. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's got him. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
I think you got to try to win it here. Don't run the risk of going to overtime. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Duarte. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense.
How How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Canty. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Toss to the outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. A shot toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He's brought down a short return, and the defense comes out on top with a pick. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. On target over the middle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Wants to throw on 1st down. On the run, still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Trying play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense sets the tone right off the jump. Great job executing. This is exactly why you want to play defense first and not giving up yards, forcing a long field goal.
Passing on the field goal that would give them the lead. They'll go for it on 4th and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking downfield. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They'll move the wide receiver. Tagged out of the air. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. That's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They strike first in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying them.
Breaks into the open. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Tennessee! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.